Now, Foreign Minister Datuk Saifuddin Abdullah said India respects the ASEAN way of doing things, as he highlighted the expanding relationship between the South Asian country and the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. He said Malaysia and the 10-member Southeast Asian bloc believe in a more sustained world peace based on a multipolar rather than a bipolar framework, and working with India is important on this issue.
Malaysia and I think ASEAN as a whole believe in a sustainable or more sustained world peace that is based on a multipolar framework rather than a bipolar framework. And India can play a role as a middle power. Yeah. The ASEAN-Indian relation is, of course, most importantly about ASEAN and India's regional cooperation in trade in particular, but secondly it is also about leveraging on our partnership to the international stage.
Saifuddin told Bernama in an exclusive interview during his visit to New Delhi on 15th to 17th of June. Within ASEAN, India is an economic power on its own and plays an important role in the goods and services trade. Malaysia, as a coordinating country on the ASEAN-India economic relations, which includes the ASEAN-India Free Trade Agreement, is working to strengthen this relationship by improving trade processes, he said. Saifuddin was referring to the ASEAN-India Trade in Goods Agreement, which was signed in August 2009 and came into force in January 2010, but the two sides are discussing a review to make the pact more facilitative and relevant to the current global trading practices. The Malaysian minister admired India's success in the digital economy, especially its ability to foster entrepreneurship through Silicon Valley-style angel investors and venture capitalists. Asked about India's compatibility with the ASEAN institutional architecture and promoting regional cooperation, Saifuddin said India respects and recognizes the concept of ASEAN centrality and the ASEAN-led mechanisms.
What we are happy about is that India respects and recognizes the concept of ASEAN centrality, and there are already established ASEAN-led mechanisms, and so far India has not mentioned anything that is against the ASEAN way of doing things.
On India pursuing transport and other connectivity projects with individual ASEAN states, Saifuddin said ASEAN member states welcome the sub-regional connectivity projects, as ASEAN has to look at things in a more practical way. Similarly, Malaysia has undertaken projects with its neighbours, including Thailand, Indonesia and the Philippines.